Welcome to Writing Tips. My name is Lendue. How are you doing today? We'll be considering idiomatic expressions on water.
Blood is thicker than water. It means that family relationships should be first, above all other considerations. His father supported him, even though he is at fault. Blood is thicker than water. I know that blood is thicker than water, but I will not spare my daughter if she is involved in the crime. Come in, the water is free. Another way to use this idiom is, come on in, the water's fine. Imagine someone who has been swimming, inviting a friend to come and join him. Therefore, this idiomatic expression means to invite someone to join you in doing what you are already into with the assurance that all is well. I am happy you signed for our club. Come in, the water is fine. I heard you are coming over to Tokyo. Come in, the water is free. Come hell or high water. It is an exaggeration used to say that nothing will stop you, no matter what difficulties will potentially stand in your way. Come hell or high water, my club will win the league. The project will be completed this month. Come hell or high water. Does not hold water. It is used to show that a statement, argument, or theory cannot be believed as there are no reasons to believe them. Her argument does not hold water. The excuse that injuries are responsible for the team's woeful outing does not hold water. Keep your head above water. It means to manage to survive in a difficult situation, especially concerning money. The company is struggling. It just keeps its head above water. Since I lost my job, I am just keeping my head above water. Dead in the water. A ship can physically be dead in the water when it is unable to move anywhere. It refers to a plan or idea that is unlikely to be successful, or anything that has stalled and is not moving forward. The politician's plan to run for a re-election is dead in the water. Their plan to attend a tertiary institution is dead in the water after their parents' death. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It means that you should not get rid of something of value when disposing of other items that are not wanted. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, so don't dispose of all the papers. Some important documents might be there as well. John burnt his degree certificate with the other papers. I wonder why he should throw the baby with the bathwater. Feel like a fish out of water. Fish live in water. Imagine how a fish can survive out of water. Definitely, it will be uncomfortable. Therefore, to feel like fish out of water means to feel uncomfortable because you feel that you don't belong in a place or situation. The new player felt like a fish out of water in his first training session as he can barely understand French. John feels like a fish out of water in class as all other students are female. In deep water. One can be drawn in deep water. So the expression is used when one is in difficult or serious situation. After losing the first leg 4-0, the club is in deep water ahead of the second leg. The tourists are in deep water having lost their way. In hot water. Very hot water hurts the skin. So, in hot water, means to be in trouble, especially when one fails to perform a task expected from such one. The goods he stole landed him in hot water. The praises he heaped on the opposition politician landed him in hot water with his political party. Like water off a duck's back. A duck's feathers are naturally water resistant because it has oil coating. Water just rolls down the feathers and off the duck's back. It therefore means not being affected by criticism or hurtful remarks. Politicians don't really care about what the masses say. It's like water off a duck's back. The coach has stuck to his tactics. It's obvious all the criticisms were like water off a duck's back. Like a duck to water. Duck is very comfortable in water. So to do something like a duck to water is to learn or adopt to something new very quickly. Usain Bolt took to football like a duck to water after retiring from athletics. The amputee took to using the wheelchair like a duck to water. Spend money like water. It means to spend money extravagantly. The politician, who was wretched before joining politics, now spends money like water. I will advise you to stop spending money like water and save for rainy days. Still waters run deep. It means that a quiet person may have very strong feelings or know a lot. The speech of the quiet student stunned the whole class. Still waters run deep. Still waters run deep. Don't mind her quietness, she might have a lot upstairs. Test the waters. It means that you get a measure of the situation or gauge people's feelings and opinions before taking further steps. I spent 2 weeks of my leave in Paris to test the waters. John should sign for the club. He has tested the waters with his 3 months loan spell. To blow someone or something out of the water. It means to be so much better than someone or something else. His 20 goals this season blew his performance last season out of water. The beauty pageant winner blew other contestants out of water. To be like oil and water. It refers to things that do not go together or do not work well together. Drinking alcohol and driving are like oil and water. The new engine and other parts are like oil and water. We'll have to get a compatible engine. To muddy the water. It means to further complicate a hitherto simple situation or to make a situation more confusing. The new exhibits have muddied the water for the defense lawyers. The criminal muddied the water for the detectives before he was exposed. Troubled waters. It means in a chaotic state of affairs or difficult times. The club is in troubled waters after being relegated. Steve and Clara are in troubled waters with their marriage. Uncharted waters. It means a situation or activity you have never tried or experienced before. Playing in the English Premier League is uncharted waters for him. Farming is uncharted water for the retired doctor. Water something down. It means to make a statement or plan less forceful by changing it or removing parts that may offend or upset people. The politician watered down the policy to appeal to young voters. If they don't like the message, they should go to hell. I will not water it down. Water under the bridge. It means to move on after something negative happened and no longer regard it as a problem. Please, forget about what happened yesterday. It is water under the bridge. I don't have any ill feeling towards him. What he did is water under the bridge. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. It is used to say that you can give someone an opportunity to do something, but you can't force them to do it. The coach has started the striker in the past 5 matches, but he has underperformed. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. I have given him the money. It's left for him to use it wisely. Wet behind the ears. It means to be naive, new to a job, inexperienced, young, and immature. The new employee is wet behind the ears. He will do better with time. The coach should be given 1 more season. He is wet behind the ears. Wet blanket. It refers to a person that is boring and brings down the mood of people around him, her. As soon as I saw Jack at the party, I know there'll be problem. He's wet blanket. Please, don't invite Jack to the event. He is wet blanket. Wet your whistle. It means to quench your thirst, especially by taking an alcohol drink. You need to wet your whistle after a hard day's job. I invited you to wet your whistle. Wet through. It means to be extremely wet, usually from rain. It was a drizzle, but it left the players wet through at the blast of the final whistle. I got home wet through. The rain was heavy. Pour cold water on something. It means to speak negatively about someone's idea or plans and thereby shatter their excitement about the idea or plan. The manager poured cold water on John's proposal on the new shopping mall. I won't tell him my plans so he'll not pour cold water on it. Tread water. It is used when a person is in an unsatisfactory situation where he is not progressing but is just continuously doing the same thing. I have been treading the water since I was employed. After treading the water for 10 years, he quit his job and traveled abroad. Pour oil on troubled water. It means to end an argument by calming people down. The Prime Minister is only trying to pour oil on troubled water between the quarreling nations. He was invited to pour oil on troubled water, but he ended up escalating the situation. To cast one's bread upon the water. It means to do something good or take a risk, usually without expecting something in return. Sandra cast her bread upon the water when she became a missionary in Africa. Retired doctor casts his bread upon the water by assisting in the local clinic. Dip your toe in the water. It means to temporarily try an activity to see if you will like it or if it will be successful. Instead of resigning your job immediately, why not dip your toe in the water as regards your new business idea? Use your retirement leave period to dip your toe in the water so you can hit the ground running as soon as you retire. Dull as dishwater. It means to be very boring. The match was as dull as dishwater. Thank God I did not waste my time watching the movie. Jane said it was as dull as dishwater. Tall glass of water. It is used to show that someone is attractive and irresistible, normally a good-looking, slender, tall person. Her husband is a tall glass of water. The new mayor is like a tall glass of water.
Thanks for watching. On behalf of Joseph Jacob, I wish you a nice day.